buenas, marinitas pinedas, ¿qué tal estáis, guapos? Estamos en el 6º episodio de Noire. El último caso fue el del coche, bueno, todos son de coche porque estamos en tráfico básicamente. Y fue que la pareja, la mujer, le había apuñalado con el amante este. Y bueno, nada, al final murieron los dos porque le disparó por la espalda el amante. Y al final nosotros disparamos al amante porque estaba teniendo una rehén apuntándola con una pistola. Así que veamos qué pasa en el día de hoy.
Phelps, Bukowski. V-Cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there and see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Hoy no vemos a los compis. Joder, a mí me hacía ilusión.
I swear the more bent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
¿Cómo?
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
¿Está casado?
Romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe you.
Cole tiene mujer, tiene woman. ¿En serio?
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
But Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough being murdered like that without having her death strewn all over the front pages.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get it. Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
Vale. Dice que no lo matemos, básicamente.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Fraser from 6 West 2nd Street.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
¿No hay coches hoy en la carretera o qué?
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Pero le estoy dando en la rueda, tío, no entiendo nada.
All right. Maybe that was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Sí, ¿no?
Get bracelets on him, Phelps. I'll call it in.
Out of the car now! Why did you run from us?
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with two tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Automóviles Coms. Bueno, Coms. Factura al cliente. O sea que los que lo han robado son los de la compañía esta de coches. Factura de venta de coche usado, pone. Y coche robado también.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Cliff Harrison, 24 años.
You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
Poli, bueno.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
Básicamente los timadores o los ladrones serán los de Combs Automóvil estos. No el chico este no tiene ni idea, yo creo.
If this is a forgery, it's top notch. This will need to be traced.
Lo ha impreso la imprenta Marquis esta. Motivo de la huida.
You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
Poli, bueno.
You expect us to believe you.
Is that so much to ask?
Mierda. Joder. Datos de compra de vehículo.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
Poli, bueno.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Bag his possessions as evidence and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, detective.
Do you know who my father is?
¿Sabe quién es
You
mi
need to get to
padre?
Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's story.
Puto niñato. Oye, pues ahora yo quiero ver a la mujer de Cole. Me ha entrado curiosidad.
I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
The paperwork all looked above board, and he seemed like a clean-cut kid.
Uh-huh. Well, I get it now. You see some kid who's basically you 5 years ago and assume he's got to be innocent.
I'm more than happy to be proved wrong.
Hey, if he'd been black or Hispanic, you'd be singing a different tune. You spout all this communist crap about treating everybody the same, but it only works one way.
I'm not sure that's communism, Stefan.
Oh, God, please. Not another history lesson from the man who single-handedly won the war.
Are you finished?
Yes, I feel much better now. We'll shake down the car dealer and take it from there. Unless his daddy plays golf with yours, of course. In which case, we'll give him a firm gentleman's handshake and be on our way.
Begorski, hoy estás muy tonto. Hoy estás muy tonto, ¿eh?
Not another step. I have got a Buick Century
Qué
sedan
pesados,
that
¿qué
would be
pasa con los concesionarios? Que siempre que
absolutely
vengo
perfect for you.
me hacen aquí toda la publi.
Detective Phelps, LAPD, are you the owner?
That's right. Richard Coombs at your service. You looking to trade in a black and white, boys?
Mr. Coombs. We're investigating an auto theft. A man by the name of Cliff Harrison claims he bought the car here.
Well, some people would say that my cars are a steal. That's a joke, son.
Madre
Very
mía,
amusing,
este
Mr.
tío.
Coombs.
I remember Harrison. It was a green two-tone Kaiser Frazer, if I remember rightly.
Do you have the bill of sale?
It's in my office. Walk this way.
Este va puesto. Este tío va drogado.
That's a joke too, son.
Phelps, you mind if I shoot this guy? He's getting on my nerves.
Here it is. Got the original pink slip there too.
Jean Archer. Era el dueño Jean Archer. Bueno, la dueña, ¿no? Porque Jean...
Jean Archer.
Ah, mira, la
146
dirección y
North
todo.
Fremont
Pues
Avenue.
perfecto. Imprenta Marquis. También. La misma imprenta. Vale. Vamos a ver el papelillo azul. Esto es lo mismo que nos dio Cliff Harrison, ¿no? O sea, el chico este.
Harrison's purchase receipt was legit, at least.
Vale.
We have a couple of questions.
All right, fellas. Shoot.
Richard Coombs, 46 tacos.
Can you tell us how you came to buy the car?
Girl just wandered in right off the street.
Mira, una chica. Ah, uff. Es que, mira, no voy a usar la intuición porque si la uso me va a quitar acusar. Poli bueno, poli malo. Poli malo, tío.
You need to give us something, Coombs, if you don't want to be implicated in this.
Yap, yap, yap. Son, your problem is that your
Perdón.
gums keep flapping, but you do no listening.
Vale, poli malo todo el rato.
Can you describe this Jean Archer?
Brunette, maybe 25, 26. Little on the plump side, but not bone ugly.
Poli malo.
So this dizzy broad walks in here off the street and sells you a 2-year-old car for half the price, and you don't ask any questions.
I'd say that about sums it up.
Sé que tengo que hacer de poli, bueno, sé que lo estoy haciendo mal, pero es que lo estoy haciendo aposta, es que este tío es un gilipollas, mírale. Es un gilipollas, tío, es que me da igual hacerlo mal, es que me la suda.
About the company that prints these pink slips?
Nope. Should I? It isn't exactly my business.
Colaboras con ellos. Gilipollas. ¿Cómo que no tienes nada que ver?
These pink slips are leading us to something big, Coombs. It's time to stop being cute.
I'm going to assume you're having a bad day.
Sí, ¿no?
Son. I sell cars, not paper.
Mira, voy a cerrar este gilipollas,
This was all above board.
Yes, of course it was.
Did this look legitimate to you, Coombs?
I'm in used cars, son, not bearer bonds. In my business, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now don't come on all high and mighty with me if you want my help.
We get awful attentive to people
Por lo
who
menos he acertado una, pensaba que iba a acertar cero. ¿Le puedo disparar a este gilipollas? No puedo, ¿no? Qué pena. Ojalá te pueda detener, cabrón de mierda. Que eres un puto chulo.
Well, Harrison might be off the hook, but we can still run an APB on Gene Archer. Get on the horn and call it in.
Qué asco de tío, Qué asco que da.
¡Qué asco que da este puto cerdo!
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Requesting an APB on Gene Archer, age approximately 25, on suspicion of Grand Theft Auto.
I'll relay the information.
I need an address on a marquee printing company.
Marquee Printing Company, sure. Just a moment. Aliso Street, near San Pedro.
Any messages?
A James Velasco is being held at Central Station on suspicion of GTA. Possible link to the Harrison case. They're waiting on you to conduct the interview.
Thanks.
Vale, primero vamos a ir a la casa de la chica esta, yo creo. Para conseguir más pruebas, porque este gilipollas no ha dicho nada. Vamos a ir a la casa de la Gene Archer.
Here's a chicken and egg question for you. Do you think you have to be an asshole to sell cars? Or that selling cars turns you into an asshole?
You've got it in for everyone today, haven't you?
I've always got it in for car salesmen. Doesn't matter what day it is. And why do they always think they're comedians when they're about as funny as a hard
Ya no sé,
Maybe the more
Bukowski,
annoying
hijo.
they are, the
No
quicker you
sabemos.
sign on the dotted line, just to get the hell out of there.
Empty. Should have known that Archer broad would have given us a false address.
We should go to the station, see what this Velasco guy has to say.
Nos da la dirección de un descampado. Vamos a ir a comisaría a hablar con el sospechoso de robo. Y luego iremos a la imprenta.
Detectives, Velasco is prepped and ready in 2. Another stolen car with legit papers.
Thanks.
Crummy bastard.
¿Qué? ¿Cómo?
James Velasco?
I want a lawyer. It's my car and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
¿No es el mismo sitio de concesionario?
The paper is real enough, Velasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery.
James Velasco. Puh.
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, Greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
Vale, no sé qué hacer aquí, A ver, documentación de Velasco. Es que creo que era la misma dirección. El 146 de North Fremont Avenue, creo que es la dirección que dio Jean Archer. Sí, mira. 146 de North Fremont Avenue. Es la misma. Poli malo o acusar. Poli malo, venga.
You're a two-time loser. If you don't give me something, I'm gonna ask the DA for the maximum. You're looking at 10 years, Belasco. Kiss your youth goodbye.
I want a deal.
Keep talking and we'll see what sort of deal you're worth.
My job is to drive the cars out of state. Nevada, Arizona, sometimes New Mexico. But the paperwork they provide is normally a breeze.
Does the name Jean Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
Poli malo, mira, si está mirando para los lados.
You want my partner here to convince you that you do know her?
I'm giving you the straight dope.
Ah,
I
vale.
don't know Jean
Mierda.
Archer.
What happens to the cars once they cross over the state lines?
I don't know. I just deliver them.
Poli malo.
Give me something, Belasco, or I'll take you back to the cells and tell the whole station you're a child molester. How long do you think you'll last?
Okay, okay. I hear you.
Se ha hecho caca.
Caca.
The cars get sold in Chicago or back east. Sometimes I bring back cars coming the other way.
Where do you pick up the cars, Belasco?
Warehouses. Mainly in East downtown.
Poli bueno.
Come on, Belasco. You must have an address.
That's not the way they work. They keep moving around, never the same address twice.
You had a chance to cooperate, Belasco. See you in 10 years when you get out.
You're Phelps, right?
Yes, I am. Look, can we do this later? I'm in the middle of it.
Ray Pinker. I'm with Technical Services. The pink slips are all real.
Yes, we know that.
There's only one company that prints them in California, the Marquee Printing Company. They've confirmed that the numbers are legitimate.
You've checked them out?
Sure. They're on Aliso Street, near the corner of San Pedro. The guy I spoke to was Lightval. Gordon Lightval. Here, I wrote it down.
Thanks, Ray. This is a great lead. We'll get down there as soon as we can.
I'm just praying the prints come through so I can nail this son.
Phelps, your GTA suspect, Jean Archer, spotted by a patrolman. Western Union office,
¿Qué me
253
dices?
South Hill. Less than a minute away down the street if you run. Go! She won't
Vamos,
hang around.
¿por dónde es? ¿Me metí en un callejón sin salida o no? Vamos, Kelso, coño.
Come on, Bukowski, move it.
Joder.
Phelps, I'm coming.
Ah, we missed her. Ask the lady at the counter what happened.
Se me ha ido porque me he confundido de camino, tío. Qué puta rabia.
I'm looking for Jean Archer.
Yes, sir. She's already gone. She seemed in a terrible hurry, shouting and cursing. Is there some kind of problem?
No problem, ma'am. Thank you for your help.
Joder, qué rabia. No la hemos pillado por confundirnos de camino. Me he metido por un callejón y me he ido a un hospital. Bueno, de verdad, qué puta mierda. Nada, esta ya no la pillamos, tío. Qué pena. La imprenta Marquee. A esto les voy a dar caña. Sé que en este episodio voy a fallar un montón de preguntas, pero es que me da igual. Me da exactamente igual.
And what can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm a traffic detective from Central Division. Who's in charge here?
I am, Gordon Lightfall. What's this about?
We understand that your company prints California vehicle titles.
Yes, I have the government contract to print pink slips. Have done for some years.
Have you had any goods or equipment stolen recently? We're running up against stolen cars with seemingly legitimate paperwork.
Not recently. Have you ruled out forgery? There's no shortage of talented artists in this town.
We'll keep it in mind. We have some questions for you, Mr. Lightfall. Mr. Lightfall, we're currently working 2 auto theft cases. Do you know anything about a car theft ring?
Certainly not. Why would I get mixed up in a thing like that?
Poli, bueno.
I'm not accusing you of being involved, Mr. Lightfall. I just wondered whether you had heard anything.
Yes, I see.
La he cagado.
We have had attempts to break in here before. A lot of the government forms here have value to criminals.
Mierda, la he cagado, tío.
Do the names Cliff Harrison and James Belasco mean anything to you?
No, they do not.
Poli malo.
Harrison bought his car from Coombs. The pink slip looks good, and that points the finger here. Do you have any employee trouble?
No, I don't. They've all been carefully screened. Look, now that I think about it, the name Coombs sounds familiar. I think they may have been involved in stolen
Sí, hay criminales que le quieren cerrar. Entregas automóviles Coombs.
Do you have a delivery ledger, Mr. Lightfall? We would like to cross-check against the Coombs Automotive Emporium.
It's a little out of the ordinary, Detective. I'm not sure I can share those sorts of records.
¿Por qué? Poli malo.
Hand it over, Lightball. You don't want us having bad thoughts about you, do you?
Very well, but this really is irregular. Over here.
Está cagado.
Look for patterns, recurring names, unusual addresses, anything out of the ordinary.
Bigelow se repite mucho.
You certainly encourage repeat business, Lightball. This Mr. Bigelow is a good customer. Sorry to bother you, sir. We'll let you know if there are any developments.
Vale, está la dirección de Bigelow, un tal Bigelow que se repetía mucho. Por favor, que sea Jane Archer, solo para darla por saco, tío. Ya que ha oído, que se joda, a ver si la podemos pillar.
For a couple of black and whites. Get Fleischer down here. I thought you Marines were gung-ho, Cole.
You have a 45, don't you ever want to use it? I'll take the back. Just give me a few seconds to get around there.
Cole Phelps, LAPD. All of you are coming downtown with me.
¡Hola, hola! ¿Que disparan?
As soon as he pokes his...
No sé dónde está mi compañero y eso me preocupa. Porque no sé... Bueno, este no es porque me ha disparado el cabrón.
Let's clear the top floor. I don't want to get drilled in the back on the way out.
Buena idea. Wow. Cuidado, cuidado.
Can I get some cover here, for the love of God? Try the door at the end. I heard something.
Una escopeta, tú.
All right, don't shoot.
Keep your hands up. Watch him, Bukowski. He doesn't move until I've tossed this place.
Míralo.
There are enough slips here to keep them stealing cars till Christmas.
Imprenta marquí.
Marquee Printing Company. There's nothing like going direct to the source.
O sea que están detrás del robo de vehículos.
A betting slip. Looks like Mr. Lightfall has been on a losing streak.
Bueno, ya sabemos quiénes son los malos.
Pink slips and stolen cars that leads right to your door, Bigelow. You're in this up to
Qué
your
peinadito
neck.
lleva, no me había fijado. Como nunca le veo sin sombrero.
Give him up.
Qué gracioso.
I do work on cars for customers. You charge in here shooting up the place like it's the Ballad of Bulge. I can't give you anything.
Steven Bigelow, suministro de documentos.
We know about marquee printing. You can make this easier on yourself by giving us your man on the inside.
I sometimes repair cars and put them back on the road. I need a pink slip to resell them. There's no problem there.
El cole está hasta el nabo. Poli malo.
There are at least 4 dead men in this warehouse. A couple more. Punks won't make for that much extra paperwork. We'd be doing the legal system a favor.
Okay, tough guy, I get the message. Lightfall, the guy who runs Marquee. He's the big shot. He likes to spend big at the track. He owes people.
Vale. La relación con Lightball.
Lightfall, the guy with no luck at the track. Tell me about him.
It's one of the guys lying over there.
¿Qué?
You're right. He has no luck.
Poli malo. ¿Me está mintiendo el cabrón?
So if I go over there and check his jacket, your story's gonna ring true? I'm warning you, Bigelow.
Give it a try, Flatfoot. For some reason, none of my guys like to bring ID to work.
¿Qué cabrón?
Whether you give up your bosses or not, Bigelow, you're going away for as long as I can put you there.
We'll see. I didn't fire a shot, copper. I just watched you tear my place up.
¿A que nos liamos a hostias? Qué asco de tío. Buah, en este caso había mazo gente gilipollas. Luego, bueno, el Label todavía no era tonto del todo, pero el del concesionario, madre mía. Imprenta Marquee. Vamos a detener al dueño.
I wish it hadn't gone that way.
Well, they shouldn't bring guns to work with them. We didn't have a lot of choice.
You have to admire the barefaced cheek of someone who tries to blow your brains out one minute and pleads innocence the next.
Yeah, especially when he's surrounded by evidence. You know, guys like Bigelow spend so much time convincing themselves that they're not doing anything wrong that they actually start to believe their own bullshit.
They get sloppy. Bigelow, Lightfall, all of them. If they hadn't, who knows how long they could have kept this racket going.
Complacency or greed. It's always one of the two that brings them down.
Imprenta Marquee. Ah, si está el dueño y le detenemos. A Chirona, baby.
You're under arrest.
You again? This harassment is starting to wear thin.
Me estoy hartando de este acoso, dice el cabrón.
We found a box of pink slips in a warehouse full of hot cars. You signed for them, Lightball.
I signed for all the orders and deliveries. You'll need something better than that, cowboy.
Vale. Voy a acusarle, yo creo.
Save it, Lightball. We already have all we need to send you down.
I've had enough of this. You either produce some shred of proof, or I call my attorney.
You're in the hole with the organization. We know about the debts, Lightball.
I agree. I have a small problem. I'm prepared to help you in any way I can, Detective. I'll name names. I need you to keep this out of the paper.
You need to shut up now,
Toma.
Lightball.
Qué bueno.
Gordon Lightball, I'm charging you with conspiracy and fraud. Hands behind your back.
The LAPD Central Traffic Division has today smashed a nationwide auto theft ring, writes crime correspondent, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here it is. Traffic squad detectives confronted a large group of armed thugs. After an exchange of gunfire, more than a dozen dead criminals were removed from the scene. The LAPD sustained no casualties. Damn fine work, Phelps. Now get out there and nail some more bad guys, will you? I want to finish reading this.
Pistas encontradas 16 de 18, preguntas correctas 9 de 17, una mierda. Daños a vehículos $1.300. Bueno, y el resto 0. Notas del caso. Bigelow es un matón, pero tiene los trapos sucios de Leitball y los habría revelado dado un empujoncito. Bueno. Aquí dejamos el episodio de hoy. El vídeo anterior de Noire lo tenéis en la descripción. Así que nada, un besito mis niños. Adiós.